For years and years, the Western Conference has always been labeled as the best conference. For years and years, the Western Conference has always been labeled as the best conference in the NBA, with the juggernauts always coming out of the West. But this past year has been completely opposite. The West has been completely dominated by only two teams, the Phoenix Suns and the Memphis Grizzlies. But the rest of the crop has been questionable. You got the Warriors struggling without Draymond. Now they're struggling without Steph Curry. Then you had the whole thing going on with the Mavericks. The Nuggets not having Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. for most of the year. Like stuff like that. It's only been really two dominant teams in the West. But when you look at the East, while they were all fully healthy, it was a legit between 6 to 8 teams looking completely dominant, man. You got the Cavs when they were fully healthy. They were looking really good, man. If the Cavs were fully healthy right now, if the Cavs even had Jared Allen right now, they would be fighting for that number 1 seed. You got the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid playing like an MVP. Then you go out there and get James Harden. They look dominant. The Heat secretly been dominating the whole season, man. The Celtics this past 2-3 months, the best team in the league by far. The Bucks is completely under the radar, but they have the best player in the world. Like, you just see that it's a lot of teams in the East that are really good and really scared to face in the playoffs. But then injuries completely killed basically every team. Basically just killed every team. If you look at the top of the East, you have teams like the Miami Heat, the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the 76ers. They're all separated by one game. The Celtics just took the number 1 spot yesterday, but before that, it was just the 76ers, and a couple days before that, it was just the Miami Heat. They're all separated by one game. The Heat, they have been on this little weird losing streak, and part of it is because they have been missing Tyler Hero for most of those games. But other than that, man, they just been losing games they shouldn't be losing. They were up by 15 against the Warriors, the G League Warriors, and the Knicks in the fourth quarter, and they both came back and won those games. Stuff like that just shouldn't happen. And then you play a really good team in the Brooklyn Nets, and they completely dominate you from start to finish. Stuff like that for the Miami Heat, this shouldn't happen. But then again, I'm not really worried about that because a team's going to go through some slumps. Miami has been dominant the whole season. So this little 3-4 game stretch that they've been losing, being getting killed, I'm not really worried about that, man, when they've been playing really good the whole season. The Celtics have been on a tear as the last 2 months, man. They've been completely dominating the whole league, clicking on all cylinders, dominating every team, not really having to score that much. They've just been killing teams on the defensive side. But it sucks, man, because their anchor just went down. Robert Williams, he's most likely going to be out for the whole season with a torn meniscus. And that sucks because it happened at the wrong time because a lot of people were just starting to talk about them maybe being a contender. But with losing your best defender, now they're like a pretender. And that kind of sucks because they didn't have no choice, man. Like, it just happened. I don't know how he hurt himself yesterday, but out of nowhere it just happened. And it sucks that it happened at this point, where you really can't make a move. It's not really a center out there that you can go get. It's not no trades. You can't really find one in the G League or in buyout market. So it kind of sucks. But as of right now, they're still one of the best teams in the league. You even got the Philadelphia 76ers, who at any time can be scary as anybody in the league. Even though they have a lot of problems, like Doc Rivers being a questionable coach, their bench is terrible, and James Harden is just not playing good at all. They still are a dominant team when you have a superstar in Joel Embiid. You have a great co-star in James Harden who at any night can go off. And then you got Tyrese Maxey, who is just the energy of that team. They look pretty good. And then you got the Bucks, man. The Bucks, you already know how I feel about the Bucks. So I'm not going to change the highlights, man. The Bucks are just dominant, man. I feel like the Bucks are just unfuckwittable in the East. And they look like they could come out the East. But like I'm saying, man, all of these 4 teams that I just named and I just talked about, they're separated by one game. We have 8 games left. This last stretch is going to be exciting to watch, man, because every game matters. They have the Bucks and the 76ers playing tomorrow. Now, guess who's on TV over them? The fucking Lakers. Makes no sense. It doesn't. I don't know why we're not flexing Lakers games, Adam Silver. But, man, that's an exciting game, and I know that game's going to have a lot of eyes on it, man. A lot of eyes, because that game means a lot. Now, the bottom half of the East is even more jam-packed. It's more jam-packed. from the 5th to the 10th seed is all separated by 4 games. The Bulls, man, they literally look like they can't be a good team out there. They just beat the Cavs, but the Cavs, like I told you, they have, 4 season-ending injuries. So that kind of don't mean nothing. But they really can't beat a good team at all, man. And they do have a hard schedule winding down in the rest of the season. And they also hurt themselves. Lonzo Ball might miss the rest of the regular season. So we'll see what they do about that. But as of right now, man, they're struggling. They're really struggling. They just lost to the Pelicans a couple of days ago, who have been fire. They've been really fun to watch. But, man, that's just losses you can't have, especially with the race being this tight. You just can't have losses like that. That is a crazy move. Then you got a team like the Raptors, man. The Raptors just took the 6th seed away from the Cavs. And yeah, that sucks as a Cavs fan to say. But they've been hooping, bro. Pascal is just proving why him and Brandon Ingram and Drew Holiday are the most underrated players in the league. And it's not even an argument. Pascal should have been an all-star this year over LaMelo. It's over somebody else in the East I can't think about. But, man, Pascal has been hooping. He only didn't make it because he missed the first quarter of the season. But that man has just... Man, averaging 30 points in the last 5 games, 30 and 6 in the last 5 games, been hooping. And then Scotty Barnes, man. The reason why I love Nick Nurse, man, because he's going to play you. If you're not hurt, he's going to play you. Scotty Barnes has been playing a lot of basketball, bro. He played 40 minutes against us. Didn't sit out the whole second half. That's a rookie. But he got rookie legs, man, so he can do that. But, man, they're clicking on all cylinders, and they're hot as anybody else in the league right now. And they might be able to take that 5th seed away from the Raptors, especially how the Raptors been looking. And then you got the Cavs at the 7th seed, man. The Cavs just can't stay healthy. Jared Allen's going to be out probably until before playoffs, or looking the way we're looking before play-in. Dean Wade is out for the whole season. If you don't know who Dean Wade is, I don't blame you. You must not watch Cavs games, which I do blame you for that. But that's not a big name. But he's big for our team. I'm just letting you know that right now. He's out for the whole season. And we can't stay healthy. And our energy just looks off, man. We play the Magic tonight. Hopefully we can step it up. But if we win this game, we're tied with the Raptors. And actually we end up taking the 6th seed, because I don't think they play today. I think they play tomorrow. But... we're looking bad. We're looking bad. And then you got the Hornets, who have been playing really, really good as of late, man. They just took the 8th seed. I believe, yeah, they just took the 8th seed from the Nets. Now the Nets are the 9th seed. But they have been playing really, really well as of late, man. Winning a lot of games. I think they're in their last 10, they're 7-3. So that's a really good record. LaMelo's been hooping. Miles Bridges is back to the beginning of the season, Miles Bridges. And they've been clicking on all cylinders, man. I'm excited to see them. I guess Isaiah Thomas is bringing another spark for the team. He has been hooping. And then you got the 9th seed and the Brooklyn Nets right behind them. Literally 1 game behind them. Even though the Hornets own the tiebreaker, the Brooklyn Nets do have KD and Kyrie. And at any time, they can be the best duo and top 5 players in the league at any time. It sucks yesterday it wasn't that time. But yeah, you have them, and then you got their surrounding pieces with Andre Drummond. He was hooping yesterday. Steph Curry was hooping. Goran Dragic was hooping. The bottom of the East is just crazy. And then the last spot in the East that's kind of secure is the Hawks. The Hawks have like a 5-game lead or a 4-game lead ahead of the Knicks. So I don't think they're losing that spot. And even though they've been really, really disappointed, man, Trae Young is just doing the best he can to carry them boys on his back, because they just don't got a lot of surrounding pieces to put around that man. Yeah, man, so the East, man, the East is very jam-packed. And that means we're just destined for a great NBA Finals, especially on the East side, man. I can't wait, man. Because one of those teams on the bottom can definitely beat one of those teams at the top. You can't sit here and tell me, as of right now, the Toronto Raptors can't beat the Celtics in the 7-game series. You can't tell me the Toronto Raptors can't beat the Heat in the 7-game series. Nobody wants to face the Nets in the first round matchup. Nobody wants to do that. And it's kind of unfair, like, man, the Celtics been hooping all season. Oh, now we got to face the Nets in the first round matchup. Same thing with the Heat. Like, nobody wants to do that. And that's something that's going to happen, man, because one of those teams at the top have to lose. They have to lose. Not all 4 of those teams are going to make the second round. It's just not a possibility. So we're destined for an amazing playoffs, and I can't wait, man. Like I said, I still got the Bucks coming out the East, man. I just don't. Even though they just lost to the Grizzlies when the Grizzlies are healthy, the Grizzlies when John Moran doesn't play, they're just the best team of all time. So I'm not really mad at that. But I don't think anybody can fuck with the Bucks, bro. I don't see it, man. But other than that, man, prayers up to Robert Williams and Dean Wade. Sucks that those two are out for the season. They mean so much to the team. But other than that, man, this is it for this video, man. I will be back either today or, not either tomorrow or Wednesday with another video. So peace out.